if you're here. There we go. Edit. My face more. See if that works. Oh my god, hi. What's up, Litvan? Hey, Mad Max. Madfoot Max. Hey, Jacob. Hey, NFFC. Did I die? Hey, Sound. And hey, everyone else that wants to join in. Willage is just going to be sat watching the Champions League and talking, discussing. Which means I need to make a thumbnail for it. How's everyone doing? How is everyone? Be my little baby. I've done it wrong again. There we go. What am I going to be streaming? Literally just my face. Legit just my face. We're just going to sit and watch. Sit and watch the match. Yep. We're just going to be sit watching the match. Because I want to chill out tonight. We're going to have pure vibes. Alright. Don't like that. PSG, about to drop to 10. What does that mean? There you go. What's going on? There you go, change the thumbnail. Now what's going on? I didn't mean to do that. This is a big game for Graham Potter, by the way, it really is. Right, everyone quickly refresh the stream for me. Everyone just refresh the stream. I've got, I have actually got Man City on the right hand side. Shakhtar and Celtic are 1-1 at full time. Juventus have got a big game. PSG have got a big game. Yeah, PSG could easily drop 10 goals this game. I can't wait until I move into this new house and then I'll be able to have BT Sport and I can sort everything out and watch as much as I want to watch. Opinions on Brennan Johnson. I absolutely love the boy. Love the boy. Love the boy. I need to plug my work tablet in, hang on. Pickford or Hendo? For England, I'll go Pickford. don't even know if I've got anything to drink. Can you hear anything coming from my headphones, by the way? Yeah, Juve do need a win. Kepa in goal. Cucurella on the left, James on the right, Thiago Silva and Azpilicueta. Jorginho and Kovacic. Havertz in the middle, Sterling on the left, Mount on the right, and Aubameyang up top. That's what I like to see. Here we go. Fofana and Koulibaly on the bench, Gallagher on the bench, Chilwell, Zakaria on the bench. I expect to see Zakaria. Come on. Hendo is an overrated, full of himself player. He was absolutely treated like shit at Man United. He was kept and promised game time, and he wasn't given it. De Gea was playing great, so you can't argue with it. But they really didn't treat him well, and they were giving him the low move, and he's trying to prove himself as a player. Simple as that. We should be beating Salzburg with this team. Forest will keep it. I think Forest will keep him. I don't know what else happens if we don't. Oh, hey up. Gareth Southgate's here. Oh my god, I said Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate's here. We get a minute's silence before kickoff, and I can guarantee, whilst I'm sat here very silent, my mum's going to come in and say, "Dinner's here," because she's gone to grab KFC, I think. Sterling. So I say R.I.P. Your Majesty. They've covered the club colours. Why? Do you know, like, there's... Oh, Potter is looking fresh. He's had a trim and everything. He's wearing a suit. This is a new look, Graham Potter, this is. He does look like... I kind of like him. I like him. And I need to put me... Hang on. I'll put my Chelsea shirts on. Bear with. Food's here. Be 2 seconds. Right, I'm going back downstairs in a few seconds' time. I'll be 2 seconds. Just in time, baby. I can't, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I can't come to chat and then someone just put, I've got ball cancer. Nuts. I didn't even say it. Here we go. I'm going to sit, I'm going to chill out. I'm going to have my dinner. I've got a KFC, look. Bang. Oh, fuck, I didn't grab a fork. This mashed potato's going to be hot. Yeah, that's that. Here we go. I just want to see Chelsea perform well. That's what I want to see. I want to see him perform well with 4 at the back. And I got my tango. Right, let's get these sauces open. I've got tomato sauce and I've got sweet chilli. Oh, bad energy. There we go. God, I'm young. Never thought I'd say that. That was shite, but okay. Cucurella. There we go. Tomato sauce. A sticky sweet chilli. So Sterling looks like he's playing left wing back. It's basically recognised that Cucurella's probably better defensively as a centre back than Reece James is, and I agree. Is it 1-0 already to Man City? No. Go on. Mount. Oh, unlucky. Oh, Havertz. No, Havertz. Oh, why did he try and shoot that? Why did he hit it? Why? That sweet chilli's nice. Yeah, I do think PSG will smash them. Without doubt, we're looking at a 6-0 plus. Yeah, if PSG are clever, they're playing a B team tonight. Oh my god. They've got a 16-year-old on the bench, I believe. PSG or the Israeli team. Makarabi. Okay. Hopefully he makes his Champions League debut. That would be cool.
Oh, what is this? Trying to play out from the back was horrific. I don't think that was a free kick, to be fair. Go on, Havertz. Oh. Come on, Sterling. Oh, didn't fall to him. Oh, Mount. Offside. Okay. That's fair enough. Sterling looking very, very lively yet again. Just didn't quite fall in the right spot for him, which was unfortunate. There we go. Let's build some pace into the game. Quick question: Who have Dortmund got up top? Because I'm not expecting it to be Moukoko in the Champions League, but I know they signed a striker to replace Haller because obviously Haller got, I think it was testicular cancer. It's been a few days since I've had like a fizzy drink, you know. Oh, pardon me, Jesus. Pardon me, Jesus. Go on, out wide to Cucurella, please. Thank you. Havertz, keep it in. Beautiful. Play back. Oh, what a ball, Sterling. Modeste, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I couldn't quite make out who it was. Oh no. Yes, Kepa. Ball over. Aubameyang. Don't know about that. Yeah, that's what I mean. I knew Holler got cancer. I just don't know who they replaced him with in the end. Modeste, I think, is actually quite a good transfer. And Adeyemi is injured. I didn't even know they signed Adeyemi. That was a poor corner. This is pure Potter ball in motion right now. I know it'd have been there like 8 days. Not even 8 days, is it? It's like 5. Ball in. Sterling. Gone. Cucurella. Oh, should have just shot. Only Modeste for a sick cut. Yeah. With the cap. Mount surely isn't pulling rank here. Do I think Nando's is overrated? Do you know what? I used to, because I'd been once or twice. Oh, it was on target. It's bounced off a defender's head. Yeah, I used to think it was quite overrated because I've been once or twice. But it turns out the one that I'd been going to is just not great. I really fancied it when I was on holiday earlier this year. And I convinced the missus and her mum and dad to go because they'd never been, and they were just like, I'm not paying that much for chicken. Which I was like, yeah, it makes sense, but I really fancy one, so we went. Pardon me? Oh my god, Cancelo. Cancelo was just run through the old team. Oh, it's gone out. That's unlucky. But yeah, convinced them to go. And you know what? It's incredible. I love it. That was a filthy touch. Does Ward-Prowse deserve to be in an England squad? See, for me, it's always one of them where like, I always can appreciate a good set piece taker. And their involvement in the squad, they are there for a reason. And he does provide that. And I understand that, yes, over the past couple of seasons, he's been really, really good for Southampton. But I don't think Southampton have been good enough. And I don't think he's been that good at the start of this season to warrant it. I think there are better players out there for that centre midfield spot. Personally. And then on top of that, I think Trippier can be just as good a set piece specialist. Don't get me wrong. Ward-Prowse is levels, but I don't think not taking him removes that whole thing completely. I still think there are players in there that can take a set piece. What right backs will I take? James, Trippier and Trent, although Trent's really not looking good at the minute. What's Chelsea's play style like at the minute? It's a little bit confused. I can tell that getting forward at the minute they still don't know what to do. Defensively they look okay. They have left a gap sometimes and they don't look comfortable playing out from the back, which is why I would prefer someone like Koulibaly or Fofana playing. Because I think we've got two slow centre-backs at the back. I wouldn't mind having Thiago or Azpilicueta in that centre-back spot for the experience. Koulibaly adds to that. But we do need a faster centre-back next to one of them. I don't think having both of them is viable. And I think we are seeing that at the early stage of this game. There's been maybe once or twice where Salzburg could have broke or had a ball been a little bit better placed. They might have gone on a better attack. I hate the media is on Mount's balls, but forget the 20 goals. Exactly. Bro, it's shite, isn't it? It's honestly the biggest load of bollocks. The media is too quick to judge, as are people. We are the media nowadays with social media. Oh, Sterling, that's filth. Kovacic, that's filth. Do I play football? I used to. I don't at the minute. Don't anymore. I've got a few little concerns that I'm having to get checked out before I want to go back playing football. Or would consider going back playing football. Dortmund are on the break. Oh, Dortmund. Almost goal. Good shot. From Ozan. I really realise I don't know a lot of these. Like, I forget, like, at the start of every transfer window, or at the end of the summer transfer window, these teams like Dortmund, Leipzig, these, like, not like the best in the leagues, like the Milans and the Romas, they trade so many players that I just don't know who ends up where. And it's not until like the start of FIFA where I start picking up knowledge on who's at what club. Is Chalobah a forgotten man? He seems it. But I don't know why. I really like Chalobah. I think on the ball he's great. I think he's got the ability to step forward, bring the ball forward a little bit, let your wing back drop in. But he has the ability to just sit back and choke up a bit of pressure. So I don't see why Tuchel stopped playing him. Like, in my eyes, he never put a foot wrong. Really, I mean, he might have slipped up once or twice, but I don't think anything was ever... You know what I mean? I don't think he ever did anything too drastic. What am I scrolling? KFC, lad. I've got a KFC. I could do with a fork. But I've got mashed potato here and I haven't eaten it. I would not like a North versus... I don't think a North versus South would work. Look, I said, and I said this many times before, we do need like an all-star tournament. Instead of having... Did you get it delivered? No, my mum went and grabbed it, to be fair. But she went to the shop anyway. So, instead of a World Cup every 2 years, on every other year where you haven't got a World Cup or a Euros, you do a League Cup, as in leagues around the World Cup. So Premier League have 2 teams, like the top 6 nations, including either the Eredivisie or Liga NOS or something, one of them. They each get 2 teams. Now bear with, I'll explain the teams in a minute. Pardon me. So, each league gets 2 teams. Like, Ligue 1 will get 2 teams. La Liga will get 2 teams. French League, Premier League will get 2 teams. Whoever finished first and second, right, they're the 2 managers that are chosen to represent the league. If they choose not to do it, and they don't want to do it, moves down the system until the managers want to do it. Arguably, the top 2 managers will probably want to do it. So in this case, we'll take the Premier League, for instance. We'll take Pep, and we will take Klopp. They will get a pre-season because it will be a short tournament. It's not a long tournament at all. It's like 2 weeks max. It's not like a month and a half's World Cup. It's not like that. Oh, we're not scored that. Gone out for a corner. Anyway, yeah, it's literally 2 weeks. A week and a half, 2 weeks long, right? Whoever wants to fund it can then fund it, or it can be chosen to be at a place and the money goes to a certain charity. Whatever they want to do in terms of money can be figured out. Right? Here we go. So, say it is Pep and Klopp. The time between the end... Yeah, but everyone has a break. Like, I'm talking week and a half max. End of the season, you have a Champions League final. You give them 2 weeks to go on holiday. Or draft, which is what I'm going to get to in a second. They come back. The only certain players, and I'm talking the best of the best in the world, will get chosen. Everyone else still gets the holidays. Everyone still gets the pre-seasons at their respective clubs, everything. And it's a week and a half, then they join back up. We have the World Cup during some of the seasons, and that goes on for a month and a half, and people don't bat an eyelid. Okay. So, I'm talking a week and a half, 2 weeks max. Maybe the first 3 or 4 days, team gets together, trains, plans, prepares, then you go into games. It's just a knockout of 16 teams. It's 12 from the top 6 leagues, whoever that 6th league might be, Eredivisie, Liga NOS, Scottish League if you need be. And then 4 teams from either of those leagues. So, like, you can add Celtic, whoever the SPFL winner is, Eredivisie winner, Liga NOS winner, what other top major leagues there is. Okay? So, like a Salzburg could end up getting in there. Might be based on a point system, I don't know. Anyway. So, this is what I'm trying to get to. the two managers from their league have the whole league roster to choose and draft from. So you've got Pep and Klopp. They have everyone from the Premier League to choose from to build their squad. In La Liga, you might have Carlo Ancelotti and Diego Simeone. They've got the whole of the La Liga roster to choose from. Now, players can opt out of the draft. They can just say, I don't want to be a part of it. I want to go on holiday with my family. Cool, happy days. Their names get taken out. Players might decide not to do it. That's cool. But if they want to get involved with something like this, it's something they can get involved with. Okay? So, draft day comes. Managers have got their backroom staff. They've noted players down. Managers wouldn't want their players playing in that. But managers don't want them playing in international competitions. What's the difference? What's the difference between this and a World Cup? It just doesn't go on for... You play a maximum of 3 matches. A maximum of 3 matches. I think. 4. Maximum of 4 matches, sorry. No, is it? There's 16 teams, so what does that work? That works out at quarterfinals, doesn't it? The first match is a quarterfinal, basically. Shoot, you fuckers. None of these Chelsea players want to shoot. Anyway. So yeah, you play a maximum of 3 matches. Quarterfinal, semi-final, final. That's it. There's only 3 matches involved. Getting back to it. Managers have a roster. They can only choose 4 players from each team. Maximum 4. Sort of like we do a fantasy draft or a fantasy league or dream team, whatever it is. 4 players from each club, which means you get a mixture of players. So say Klopp says, right, I want Salah first, then Pep has a pick, then Klopp has a pick, Pep has a pick, Klopp has a pick, Pep has a pick. Do you know what I mean? So it goes back and forth. The NBA do it with their drafts at the start of each season or whatever works with the NBA. I'm not entirely sure myself because I don't watch it. The NFL, things like that. They have draft picks. Do you know what I mean? So everyone's there. You've got imagine Eurovision, but for football, right? So one night it's the Premier League on Sky Sports. Sky Sports have sponsored the whole event. Everything's paid for by Sky Sports. They put on the Premier League night. beIN Sports puts on the La Liga night. BT Sports puts on the Bundesliga night. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is all of the fucking... I don't care if it's Americanizing football, if the idea doesn't come from America. It's a 2-week tournament for a bit of fun. It doesn't affect anything to do with English football. In terms of the leagues, the league doesn't change. None of the competitions change. We're just adding a 2-week tournament. It's not that deep. It ain't that deep. Yes, no, I'm saying like the NBA. Like the NBA style of drafting players works. I'm saying it could work on a similar system. I'm not saying we're Americanizing it. I'm just saying for this tournament, that's how it would work. We'd be able to draft players in. You don't even have to draft players. The managers could approach them way out of it, and just before the tournament starts, you could announce the squad. That's not Americanizing it. They could say, look, for this competition, this person's playing for us. Cool. Doesn't really matter how it's done. But the concept is 4 players from each team. Good career mode idea. It is actually quite a good career mode idea, to be fair. But it's just a quick tournament in between the World Cups and Euros, because FIFA and UEFA, they want as much sport as possible, right? Players are saying we're playing too much. An extra World Cup is too long. It adds a month in between our pre-season, which is too much. This is a short segment in between a World Cup and a Euro. And it fits in. America's just better for entertainment. I don't think it is really. How much would the players get paid? I don't know. If they want, they could do it to a registered charity and not get paid and just have a charity thing. I know there's so many issues involved with that because of their wages and likelihood of injuries and things like that. So, flat fee of all players. For them 2 weeks, you get paid £50,000, £100,000, whatever it ends up being, right? Which entices a lot of other players that might not be on them wages to go, I'll do it. If there's a chance of me getting picked, I'll do it. But then on the flip side, it will be a case of, well, I'm getting paid for 350,000. I mean, that will be on top of your currently week wage. So some people might just see it as a bonus and think, yeah, I'll go for a bit of football. But just imagine the teams will get to see based on that. Just imagine the entertainment that the fans will get. They'll get to see like 4 Chelsea players play with 4 Man City players, play with 4 Liverpool players under one specific manager. Could be under Klopp, could be under Pep. And you have literally, like I say, quarterfinals. Half of the table is one league. Half of the table is the same leagues, but their second team. It's not a bad idea. I don't think we need change in football. Super League came about. Look at, yeah, but the Super League was just a bollocks Champions League. They wanted to eradicate the Champions League and move to the Super League, and just have this whole no Premier League. What they put out was just ridiculous, and it was literally causing a gap and a bridge between everyone. This is a fun tournament that will last a week, maybe 2. You play 1 match on the Wednesday, 1 match on the Saturday. Play 1 match on the Saturday on the first weekend. The Wednesday is the semi-finals, Sunday is the final. It's just a fun little thing midway between the seasons. It's honestly not that deep. It's just a case of Klopp might come out and think, right, I like Salah, I like Van Dijk. So that'll be 2 from Liverpool. I trust Alisson in goal. I want Alisson in goal, undoubtedly. My midfield actually a bit weak at Liverpool, so I'm not going to pick any midfielders. And really, I want Luis Diaz. Okay, that's my 4 Liverpool players sorted. Right, who do I go to part of them? Hey, who works in the Premier League that does well? Could be anyone. You could go, actually, and this could be a case of Pep goes, right, actually, think cleverly about this. I wanted Cucurella and I wanted Sterling. They're both at Chelsea. So they're my 2 Chelsea picks. Or 2 picks outside of Man City. Bang, cool. No, because they only get 4. They only get 4 players from their club. That's what they've got to weigh up. They've got to know personal relationships with the players. They've got to see what goes well, what doesn't. And if it don't work, they don't win the tournament. Simple. Because they won't play well. You've got a week to prepare. You've got your Monday to Friday to prepare for the first match. First matches are on the Saturday and the Sunday nights, the same way that the Champions League football is on the Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Saturday, Sunday, then you go Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday final. You go quarters, semis, final, bang, done. 2 weeks max. People still get their holidays, people still get a full pre-season, but there's a tournament in between that just builds up all these player names and repertoires. If people... Yeah, but no, because this is what you go. They're not going to pick their favourite. They're going to pick players that they think can fit in a system with other players. They're going to get the chance to build up for it, either a draft or a pick, or just they're going to approach players and say, look, I've chosen these 4 players from City because I think this works. I've chosen you because I think you'll fit my system. What do you say? So don't do a draft at all. You don't even need to do a draft at all. It's just a way of approaching players and saying, look, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Do you think you'll fit the system? No, you want to go to Klopp's? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, they're not just going to pick favourite player. That makes no sense. Like, yes, they might not pick players based on previous relations. So say Pep might say, right, I'm not going to pick Sterling because I know we had a bit of friction before we left the club. Fair enough. That allows Klopp to go, I'm going to pick Sterling because I know he's quality and he's probably not going to want to work with Thingy. Vice versa, we might not see him get picked at all. It's not deep. It's not a deep thing. It's not deep. It's just a 2-week bit of entertainment, which allows FIFA and UEFA to go, you know what? There is a bit of scope for something like this. Bowley's idea of an all-star game, he wasn't saying he wants North versus South. He says he wants something like a North versus South. He says he wants something, not that he wants it, but it'd be good for it. It'd be good to highlight like a, just mix things up a bit. Do you know what I mean? I can't see a downside. I don't get why people are so, I like my Premier League and I like my Champions League and it's got to stay that way. It's like, yeah, cool. They are still staying that way. Nothing is changing. Is it? Like nothing is changing in the way that the league plays, the way that, pardon me. But also, when it comes to the teams like the Celtics and the Rangers or Benfica, Porto, that gives them more of an advantage to try and get number one. Because if you think about it, Bowley's the definition of an American. Yes. Well done. And I get that the thing is, you're sort of prejudicing him based on his beliefs. He says, look, I think this could be good. I quite like the idea of this. That's all he said. And you're attacking him. You go, no, football, you don't know anything. You're just a businessman. All he's done is speak his opinion. What he said ain't going to happen. Hires a Brighton manager who has never coached world-class players. Bruv. Potter is a class manager. You don't know football if you think he isn't. Right? He is a great manager. Yes, I didn't agree with the Tuchel sacking. Go watch my whole video on that. Genuinely. I didn't agree with him sacking Tuchel. I thought it was a very rash decision. But there was obviously something there. There was obviously something there between him and Tuchel. And at the end of the day, if the manager and the owner aren't getting on, there's really no point. He's done well with a mediocre signing, with a mediocre team. I mean, he did well with Swansea. He did well with Ostersunds. He did well with Brighton. He's done really well with every club he's been at. And he is, in fact, actually, no, I'm going to go out and say this. He has deserved this opportunity to step up to a Big Six club. He's more than deserved it, more than some other managers. More than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserved it. Arguably more than Arteta earned getting to Arsenal. He's earned it more than Lampard got the Chelsea job. So I'm sorry. I can full-heartedly disagree. Potter has earned this opportunity. Only got it because he was an ex-player, same with Lampard. Exactly. But people were like, wow, it's great to have Lampard in charge. Yet Potter comes along and he's not ready. He's earned his right to have a shot at this. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. That happens in football. Every club's had a manager that doesn't work out. Chelsea have had more than one. Man United have had more than one. Arsenal have had more than one. Liverpool have had more than one. Fucking everyone has people that don't work out, which is why they're not still there. But out of all of the managers in the Premier League, Graham Potter has deserved this. So, end of. But going back, I understand what you mean about Bowley, and he's trying to Americanise a few things. And his system, I think a lot of it is the terminology. And it just seems very Americanised. And at the end of the day, what's wrong with that? Exactly. What's wrong with something being slightly more Americanised? Just because football's British, you give Tuchel 200 million on a new defence when their attack is lacklustre. I tell you what, I didn't know that. Really? I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. We haven't looked convincing at this first half, by the way. We haven't looked convincing at all. That's like going for a retail job and them saying, sorry, you have no experience. Like, how will they ever get experience? Exactly. It's like saying, looking for people just out of college, 1 year experience required. Tuchel lost to Saints, so they needed a change. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't agree with sacking Tuchel. I think it was too premature. And I think he's deserved of being allowed a little bit more time. Oh, I get it now. Chelsea are in a position to give people experience. That's what you have just said. Haha. Are you dumb? Chelsea are in a position to give people experience. Yes. So, what happens is, right, young players come through, and then we send them out on loan and they come back. And then at some point, when we may not know whether they're 100% ready or not, we give them a debut. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. We give them a debut, and then we give them a few matches to see if they're ready. So what's happened is, Graham Potter has been out on loan to many clubs. He's gained experience, and you know what? He's done exceptionally well at every single one. So what Chelsea have done, have gone, oh, we recognised him. He's quite good. He's got great potential. He could be a world-class manager. He just hasn't had the opportunity to do so. So what we're going to do is get him and then give him the chance. Do you understand? He's kept them between relegation and top 7. The fact that Brighton were even near top 7 was outrageous. You've just said with a poor squad. He's done great with a mediocre squad. If he could do great with a mediocre squad, what can he do with a world-class squad? There we go. Pep got the reserve job. Does that mean Pep Guardiola is only a reserve manager? Can he only do the reserves jobs? I don't. Based on your knowledge, I do not think Pep Guardiola should be managing Man City. You know, I just don't think he's got the experience. I think the one season he's on with the reserves, I think he should only coach reserves. That's my view. He's kept them in the Prem for 3 seasons. Well done. Watch CJL say he supports Man United or like Stoke. Or Sunderland. It's going to be Sunderland, isn't it? It's going to be Sunderland. Here we go. Define great with a mediocre squad. He's done really good with a mediocre squad. Really good meaning better than good, meaning great. So, did they? Yes, but he got the Barca job after managing their reserves for 1 season. Oh, yeah, but we're not going to give... I'm perplexed at what's going on right now. Exactly, he managed them for 1 season and then got the Barca job. Didn't even go out, didn't even go to another club. You know what? Didn't even manage in the Premier League or La Liga. He managed their reserves and then they were just like, yeah, I'll give it you, mate. Because people and businessmen can tell who... Oh, go on. Oh. Sterling. Do you know, sometimes you can just tell when a manager's really good. Right? And when they have tactical knowledge. Like, when Lampard got the... Oh, has he missed that? Not being watching how have Chelsea been playing, mate? Okay. Okay, I can see what they're trying to do. It's just not quite coming off. It's not quite coming off. I'm a Wimbledon fan. I constantly watch depressing League 2 football. I'm 100%. My ball knowledge is 1000%. But yeah. Kyle, I'm inclined to agree with you. Just, I don't even know your ball knowledge. And I'm inclined to agree. No, he's never going to join her. Where do you see Chelsea in 2 years? Truthfully, and I mean this, I don't see us winning the league. I just think that what Man City have built is like Fort Knox. And luckily, we've had a team such as Liverpool's, which took a good 5-ish years to create and perfect, to only just better them. So in 2 years, I don't think Chelsea can get there. I don't think Spurs or Arsenal will get there. And I think the decline of Liverpool at the start of this season, they could get better. I think Liverpool still are the only team that can push, but I think Liverpool have slightly weakened, and Man City have strengthened somehow. So I think it's just they're too far. So I think consistent Champions League football, a good run in one or two of the cups over the next 2 years, particularly FA Cup. I think the FA Cup needs one, and then a good showing in the Champions League. I'm talking semi-finals in at least one of them seasons. I don't think that's too far away from saying, regardless of the players we've got, I think we need to integrate them into a system. I think that's what Bowley has planned. He's given Potter a 5-year contract. So hopefully we can start reaping the benefits. So he says, boys, I get you're trying to defend Luke, but Graham Potter keeps Brighton in the Prem for 3 years. He got 9th, 15th and 16th in the last 3 seasons. How is that great? It's an average team in the Prem. It's not an average team in the Prem. Watch them now. I don't think Brighton do as well. Personally, I think Potter has a way of managing players well. He got the best out of Cucurella, and he knows how to get the best out of Cucurella. I think when it comes to like Yves Bissouma, who's just moved on to Tottenham, Brighton have had some class players that have been brought out by Potter, and there's a reason they went to Brighton and teams like Arsenal, and that didn't come in from before. Mediocre team, is that different to average? No, average and mediocre is sort of in the middle. They're not incredible. Oh, Mount, that's filth. Stop that. The Graham Potter hype comes from a decent 6 games this season. No. Also, might I add, right, over the past 2 or 3 seasons, Brighton have had a substantially high XG, which if you're only going off, even if you're not going off stats, you can respect XG because it's expected goals, which ties in with chances created, likelihood of chances to score. They were missing a striker. They had Welbeck and Maupay for 2 or 3 seasons. Right? If them chances were converted, think of how many more points they would have gained. It was a stupid amount. So what we can see with Graham Potter is, with that mediocre team, defensively was good. Yes, maybe finished a little bit low down the table because the chances weren't being taken by the mediocre team. Now, with a great team, if he can replicate that XG, we're going to be scoring loads of goals. And not conceding many. Simple as that. You're saying he's getting sacked before the end of the year? Waffle. Howard James and Havertz. James looks good. Havertz, I haven't noticed him yet again. When you have managers like Pochettino is the biggest fraud in football. Pochettino had the PSG team at the tips of his fingers and bottled it. Didn't get the Champions League, lost the league to Lille. Pochettino is not a good manager. He had an exceptional Tottenham team, took them very far in the Champions League. Yes, it got him 9th with an average team in the Premier League. You just can't bench Fofana and Koulibaly. I think that's more of a statement. And personally, I think that's more of we have 2 new signings at the club. I can't play them both. I would rather get them integrated. I want a centre-back and a defence that know what they're doing and can play well with each other. Yes, Cucurella is the odd one out of that situation, but Cucurella is the one that Potter knows and knows how to get the best out of and can play a position that Cucurella may understand Potter more than any other player on the pitch at this moment in time. So that's why that happened. I think if Cucurella wasn't at the club, or if there was even a doubt from Potter, I think it would have been Chilwell playing. I actually wouldn't. I would still defend Graham Potter because I have thought he's a great manager for at least a season and a half. And I said last year he deserves a top 6 club. I said that last year. And then when we sacked Tuchel, I said the only man for the job, admittedly, I said was Zidane, because I forgot, I didn't even think about Graham Potter being an option. Then when we were linked, I was like, that's the only manager I want. How's Chelsea looking with Potter's first game? It's okay. It's nothing spectacular. I think there are still ways to improve. I just think that I can sort of see what we're trying to do. and the way that we're playing just by how the defence sets up. And I like how the midfielders are making their runs beyond the back line. Like, usually we'd see them sit like around the 18-yard box, and then one holding midfielder in your Jorginho that sits deep. Now we've got an attacking midfielder that makes the runs in behind. A man like Kovacic in the midfield, which is just making runs and runs and runs and runs. And then we've still got that Jorginho that sits back. We've got 4 at the back. One of them drops deep. We've got 3 at the back, to be fair, because of how we transition it. But we've got Cucurella staying a little bit deeper, but a little bit more pushed on from that central defender. And you've got a wide right centre-back at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, it's not going to look great. Like, the first game, especially at home against a European team on a Champions League night, when Salzburg really want to come here and put a lot of pressure on, which is what they're doing. But yeah, like, genuinely, if Man United didn't go with Ten Hag and announce Graham Potter, I'd have said fair decision. I'd have said fair decision. They need a defensive manager that knows how to transition attackingly. And I think that's what they'd have got. They've got Ten Hag, who I think fits Man United's system a bit better than, admittedly, Graham Potter would at Man United. But I don't know who else would have grabbed him, because he was doing good for Brighton. But yeah, when I realised that we were in talks with him and then Bowley liked the look of him, I was like, you know what, fair play. I can see it. I can see it in my head. I can envision it. So I'm happy he's come to Chelsea. But yeah, if he'd have gone to any other team, I'd have respected it. And I'd have said that it was a great signing, because I think he's a good manager. Who's Brighton's new manager? I'm not entirely sure, because they were looking at Steve Cooper, which I wasn't happy about. Kovacic with a head. Handball. Brighton. It's Adam Lallana, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think they've replaced him yet. Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton to begin talks this week with candidates to succeed. Yeah, they haven't appointed anyone at the minute. It's just Adam Lallana, which is mental. Now I really hope Steve Cooper doesn't leave, because I think Steve Cooper, I will call it now, I think he's an exceptional manager. I think he gets the best out of young players, and I think his system, the way he sets up, is very energetic and pressing and needs fast, strong physical players. So you can clip this and put this wherever, and in 5 years' time, when Steve Cooper ends up at Man United or Chelsea or Man City or Liverpool or whatever, and people go, no, he didn't deserve the opportunity, he's got no experience. Yeah, the team that they've got have the blueprint for what he needs. And again, actually, this is another thing. This is one for you, CJL, name a single manager right now that is even semi-potentially available that would come in and do the job that I know Graham Potter can do at Chelsea. Name a manager that will come in and do it. That will fit the system, that will play wing-backs, 2 or 3 at the back, has a way of transitioning from a very sort of pressing defence into a very, very fast counter-attack. Name it. Other than Antonio Conte, because he's at Spurs, he's not available. I could envision Bowley going for him if he was available. Because I think with the players that we've got and the way that we're currently set up and the way we need to transition is key for Graham Potter. I think it's going to be a lot quicker for Chelsea to transition into a Potter-style tactic or setup than it would be for any other manager coming into the club. And I think that played a key decision for Bowley to choose him. I'm a Forest fan. Love what he did last year. Took us last to third with second highest win ratio in the country. It was unbelievable. If he keeps up as well, will be class. Yeah. Gibbs was expensive, but Cooper clearly saw something special in him last season in that semi-final of the playoffs. I said that. If you see, actually, it'll be next Wednesday. Next Wednesday's video comes out where I do the second half of the transfer roundup. I go through, obviously, like I say, all of Forest. I don't go into depth with Forest because there's too many to really do that. But I said that at the end of the day, the squad, the prices we've paid for all the players, I think is respectable. I think it respects each player. I think there are some that we have got an absolute bargain for. I think Lingard's a bargain. 100k a week, yes, is a lot of money. Over 52 weeks, that's 5.2 million. If you'd have said to me, we've signed Lingard for £6 million, I'd say that's fair. We're paying less than that. So, hey, what can you say? But I did say in that I think Morgan Gibbs White was a very expensive transfer, and it was a little bit out of character compared to all of the other transfers we've made. So that must have been either a club decision, which I don't think it would have been. I don't think it would have been up to the owner to do that. I think it'd have said, no, that's a lot of money. Or it has to have come from a Steve Cooper opinion of saying, look, to complete my squad, that is the player I need. And I think that's why we've got him. So I'm 100% in agreement with you that he must have seen something special within Gibbs White. Gibbs White has been tipped for a number of years to be a great player. We just might not have always seen it. And then, like I say, we're getting to it now. And hopefully this season at Forest under Steve Cooper we'll see something. Thoughts on Costa to Wolves? That's a strange one for me because I was never 100% a Diego Costa fan. I liked him. There were games where I thought, yeah, he's a big shithouse, and I rated it. But I'm one of those where I don't like shithouses in football. I don't know what's going on in my arsehole. Arsehole? Household? I don't know what's going on in my arsehole. Oh. Do you support Chelsea and Forest? Yes, I do, yeah. But yeah, I don't particularly like... Oh. Yeah, I don't like shithouses in football. Yes. What's he done? He's run you back and not put the plug in?
Yep.
I'm not bad.
I'm sat there waiting for it.
But yeah, so I don't like shithouse in football. I think, yes, for some people, unwinding defenders up, they can be very entertaining at times, but I just think it's such a risky way to play that it's just, I don't see that as entertainment. I like to see nice, good football, and that's the entertainment I enjoy. But if you enjoy it, but again, he's at Wolves, and I really hope he does well because I ain't got a bad word to say against him, really. I'm a certain Huddersfield should have won that game. Probably should have. Against everything Forest pulled through. There were a few decisions that went Forest's way. Admittedly, I'm happy to admit that. But I think it was a very entertaining game. And really on form, I think Forest should have been promoted. I think it'd have been... If Huddersfield got promoted, I don't think you'd have seen the wow. And at the same time, I think if Forest didn't win and didn't get promoted, I think you'd have seen a much bigger sadness towards Forest not getting promoted than you would have Huddersfield getting promoted, like the excitement. So I think at the same time, entertainment-wise, it worked out. And yeah, I'm a Forest fan, so I'm going to say that. Excited to still see Taiwo and how many he scores, but when Johnson, them two already have been... They have, when I've seen them play together, they do look like they know what to do. I think, really, and this is going to come across quite... I'm not saying a bad word against Brennan Johnson here, but I sort of see Taiwo, Awayini, I'm going to call him Taiwo. I see Taiwo as being a very similar player to Brennan Johnson. Brendan Johnson. But a lot more physical. And I just think that's positives on positives. I think we've got a great player in Brendan Johnson, but I think Taiwo could be better than, given the time and the opportunity. Where do you think Bellingham will go next season? Presumably he goes to Liverpool. Liverpool are screaming out for a midfielder. He's been linked to Liverpool for 2-3 seasons. He goes to Liverpool. They haven't spent that much. I mean, they've spent a good amount of money on Darwin Núñez, but if they replicate that next season, then yeah. Have you changed any of your... I don't know. I do not change any of my predictions. They stay as they are. My thoughts on them may change. My thoughts on who I think relegated, promoted, whatever, not promoted, but relegated, top 6. That could change throughout the season and based on who plays what and how I see things go. But I don't change anything in them predictions. The same way that with my fantasy league, I don't transfer anyone in or out. I just stick with who I said at the start of the year because they were my decisions. I'll look at them and I'll revisit them in January. And with my predictions specifically, I will visit them in January and then do a January prediction alongside my original prediction, and then we score them at the end of the year. But at the minute, I do think Forest will stay up. I was certain of that, and I still am certain of that. I think they do stay up. I think Southampton get relegated. Southampton? Is it Southampton I'm thinking of? I don't know. Who's currently at the bottom of the league? The Bournemouth. Bournemouth 100% get relegated. That's not even a shoo-in. Nottingham Forest are in relegation zone. Really? I thought we'd done all right. Oh, we lost to Bournemouth. Yeah, that wasn't great. That wasn't great. Beating West Ham, losing to Newcastle. Yeah, 2-0 wasn't. The thing is, even though Forest have lost their matches, they didn't necessarily look too bad. Other than the Bournemouth game, admittedly, we dropped a 2-0 lead, and that's not forgivable. 6-0 to Man City, it's Man City. 2-0 to Tottenham, it's Tottenham. Drawn to Everton, that's a relegation scrap in itself. So yeah, I don't know, it's tough. Leicester at the bottom. Leicester are looking rough. I think Bournemouth get relegated, even though they're now 13th and 6 places above Forest, which is weird. But they're on minus 13 goal difference, so are Forest. I actually think Forest are going to be a lot lower down. I think I'm just using my bias towards them to think they're going to do better. I do think Forest will be fighting for a scrap, and I don't like the idea of that. To see him go down again would be such a shame. Have thoughts on Chelsea's position will change with introduction of Potter? Initially, I think I had them. Let's have a look where I had them, because I've got the thing. Oh wait, prem prediction, there it is. So I had City, Liverpool, Spurs. I had Chelsea 5th. I think we need to be around that. I think 5th I'll be happy with. Man United, if they continue to do well under Ten Hag, and as well as they have done, then yeah, I can see us and Chelsea, us and Man United fighting for that 5th and 6th spot. I actually think Arsenal might finish above Spurs now. That's my thing. I put Spurs 3rd, Arsenal 4th. I actually think Arsenal might finish 3rd and Spurs 4th. I've got Newcastle 8th, West Ham 7th. I still think that's about right. Oh, then again, I've got Bournemouth, Southampton and Everton to be relegated. Forest 17th. I can see that happening. I've got Leicester in 14th. And you know what? It could be lower than that. That's all I'm saying. Bournemouth, Southampton, Everton down. That's who I've got down. That's exactly who I've got down with me. What's it like supporting 2 teams in the same league? Who are you going to cheer for when they play each other? Luke Brev just tested positive. Go peak for you, lad. How's the game been? It's been bitty. You can see elements of where the team are being allowed a bit more freedom. I think that's the word I'm going to use. There's a lot more space being created. It's not as strict as a 2-call system. But yeah, defensively, I like the way we're setting up with Cucurella playing a little bit more of a wide centre-back, pushing Azpilicueta into a wide centre-back. Keeping Reece James as a wing-back permanently is good. Sterling's dropping a bit deeper, but these midfield runs have been incredible. That's the one thing I will say. The midfielders, specifically Kovacic and Mount, really. Because Mount's like wide, isn't he? Who's in the midfield? Havertz in the cam spot. Or Mount. I think they're switching between them, to be fair. But the way that they flick and switch and make the runs have been nothing short of great, I think. And it's creating a lot of space for Sterling and the wide men to come inside. And it's working. And you know what? Aubameyang started quite lively. But anyway, getting on to the other question. What's it like supporting 2 teams? I would have expected a lot more hate from people, to be fair. But do you know what? Number one, I've never understood why people are so mad and because I have experienced it in the past, you can't support two teams. You can have one team. How can you support two teams? It's bollocks. People at work are like that to me. How can you support Forest and Chelsea? Well, which one are you going to, like you say, which one are you going to support when they play each other? Truthfully, and this is going to sound mad, it's going to sound really glory huntery. It really is. And I know it comes across that way, but I want whichever team, I'd want the specific team to win that it benefits the most. So say if it's the last game of the season, Forest are in the relegation zone, they need to beat Chelsea to survive. If they beat Chelsea, they survive, and Chelsea are fifth no matter what. Of course, I'm going to support Forest. If it's the opposite way around, Forest are safe. That's cool. Chelsea need 1 point to win the league. If they get 3 points, they've done it. I'll want Chelsea to win. It's as simple as that. If they've both got it coming at them, I'm going to watch that intensely. If Chelsea win, they win the league, and Forest win, they get saved from relegation, I'm happy regardless. One of them is going to come true. Unless they both draw, in which case it'll be shite. So I'll just watch it and enjoy the football. That's what I'll do. That's as simple as it is for me. I want to be able to watch it and enjoy it. If it benefits one more than the other, happy days. Karius is better than Mendy. Not quite. Thoughts on Mendy's start to the season? He's looked a bit shaky. But it's been a shaky start for the whole team. I am not going to sit here. What if the game is on whether Forest go down and Chelsea has to win the game? As in win the league? Exactly. I don't know who I'd choose in that instance. Actually, you know what? Honestly speaking, and I'm going to speak honestly here, I'd rather Forest win. Because I think with where Chelsea are, I think Chelsea are going to have more opportunities in the next immediate future, next 2 years to try and win the league or win a major tournament, okay, like a Champions League or an FA Cup, right? So the feeling of winning and celebrating will be there. And if we're in a position this season to win the league, I think we'll have done okay. And we're doing great and we're on a big upwards trajectory anyway. I think it's going to be harder for Forest to get back into the Premier League than it is for Chelsea to challenge for some sort of silverware. Does that sort of make sense? So in that instance, I think Connor, I do agree, but I think that's the reason we've done it. Now, it might sound a bit backwards. It's the same way Fulham did it, in the sense that while we're here and in the Premier League and can spend the money, we will spend the money, and they have spent the money. You know, they've spent a fortune. When we get relegated, there are definitely going to be a number of players that say, I'm not staying at this club, I want to be back in the Prem. So that allows us the ability to sell them players without necessarily losing quality and depth. Because yes, we'll lose, say if Jesse Lingard goes, I'm not signing again, you can get fucked. We've lost him, but we've kept Gibbs White. If we lose a left back in Nico Williams, he says, no, I want to be back in the Prem, that's cool. We've signed, who was the other one? Giacomi, whatever his name is, because we signed 2. We lose Brennan Johnson. He says, look, I battled hard to get you up. Cool. I love you, but I really do want to. I've proven myself in the Prem now, and I want to play for a team. Cool. We've got Teo Awanini. We've got Emmanuel Dennis. We've got players as backups to the players that want to leave next season if we get relegated. If we don't, we keep them and then we ship them back out on loan. If they're not getting game time or they're not happy, we can let them leave, but we've solidified our place in the Prem. We do exactly what Fulham did, and it's what Fulham's done. Is my car an automatic? No. Do you think that Murdrick would be a good signing for Arsenal? I actually don't know who that is. Michaela Murdrick is Ukrainian player, plays a winger for, doesn't say who for, or Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm assuming he's playing right now. I haven't seen much of him, to be fair, so I can't comment. One of my mates is a Forest fan, and I know they had to sign so many players because a load left. We needed left backs. Definitely needed centre backs. I think the reason you saw quite a lot of midfield things is because our midfield was getting old. We had the likes of Joe Lolly, who I think he's still at the club. Could be wrong, but he's not looking likely to play many games. Would I ever go automatic? Yes, 100%. Oh, I'd love an automatic. Yes, come on, Sterling. That's going to be given an Aubameyang offside. I can already see it. I think he touched it in an offside position. I really hope he didn't. But that's one goal. Sterling yet again. I might get Sterling on the away shirt this season. That's what might happen. Last year's away shirt and third kit, they're in the works. Don't worry, I am planning on getting them with names on. He scored and he's an explosive winger. At Arsenal, though, I don't think so. Because I think with who Arsenal have now signed in the likes of that Marquinhos, they've got Gabriel Martinelli on a new long-term deal. Oh, there we go. Yes, Sterling. Good goal. Great goal. This is what I mean. When Chelsea were transitioning into the attack under Tuchel, players seemed lost. Now, players seem to be in the right areas so that if one person misses, it falls to another one. And that's what I'm liking, and that is what we've seen so far this game. Now, that might be a Potter thing, it might not be a Potter thing. All I'm saying is Potter seems to be allowing him a little bit more freedom going forward, and it's working. Kvicha, I'm not selling that. Is that the Napoli Don? Yeah, he'll get picked up. I actually think he'll get picked up by a Juventus. I think he might stay Italy. But he has been class. What do you think Liverpool have to do to get back on form? Do we keep Klopp? Of course you keep Klopp. Are you mental? You're nuts, bro. I think you revitalise that midfield. I think that too much is being focused on your attack and defence. I think too much is being focused on Trent and Van Dijk and whoever else. Yeah, I'm not surprised you copy and pasted his name. It's full of... You fell asleep on your keyboard. I wouldn't be able to say it. Kvaratskhelia. Yeah, not a chance. No, you don't go to Klopp. I think that the lacking of substance and quality in the midfield at the minute, in terms of... I do feel like you've lost a lot, or you haven't necessarily even fixed an issue that you had originally. Yeah, Arthur's not good. Trent's not looking good at right back for you. But he has been class, so we know the ability that he does have. He does possess that ability. So we can't just discount it for him. But he isn't looking great. But yeah, what I'm saying is, if you can revitalise that midfield and get Darwin Núñez up and running, it's been a couple of games. FG, I agree he hasn't looked great, and I agree he has led to a number of goals so far this season being conceded. But, as we all do know, it's a team game. Oh, Dortmund, you just missed an... Oh, has he missed that? Is that Royce? It's Marco Royce. Buy a class right back and put Arnold in the midfield is not a defender. I'm inclined to agree. I would love to see Arnold play as a box-to-box. I think he creates far too much going forward to lose him. But if you could bring in a player at right back that fits well enough... Hear me out here. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, we've seen him do shite, and he's so poor going forward. We know this. If you're going to play Trent as that wide midfielder that sits in the centre midfield and goes out wide and down the line, sort of like an L shape, and allows Wan-Bissaka just to sit back next to two other defenders and transition into a back three, which allows Fabinho to sit in the middle. It allows another midfielder, whether it be Thiago, to sit in that midfield and create chances and just sit deep and be a bit more fluid. Would that fix your issue, do you think? Trent in the midfield in front of Fabinho and Thiago. Oh, it's poor. Aubameyang should have done better with that. It does mess up the Bellingham, but Bellingham will replace that Thiago position. Says Liverpool to play with Trent and Robbo as wing backs with 3 centre halves. I mean, it works. Tell me it doesn't work. It's exactly the same as what's happening at Chelsea at the minute. What was happening under Tuchel, should I say? Because we're playing 4 at the back. Our defenders, oh no, that's poor. That's poor. Reece James is a don. I think it would fix the issue, but the day Wan-Bissaka, whatever, puts on Liverpool shit is a deadly foot behind. Very true. I never thought of the Liverpool to Man United issue, or Man United to Liverpool issue. Okay, so let's fix that. What other right backs are available and would fix the issue defensively? Hear me out. I think Bellingham will happen. I do think that'll happen at the end of the year. You're crying out for a midfielder. He's probably going to want to leave Dortmund soon. But it seems he's got a slight ego problem or something. Just like it. That's literally it. Now, I'm going to come up with a bit of a conspiracy here. I'm not saying this exists. But it's something that I thought about in terms of how Liverpool and Chelsea and some of the top teams started, especially like Man United this season. A lot of them started slow, sluggish, and as if they didn't even have fitness. Okay. Now, there's been allegations, shall we say, in the past of these top teams doing some form of blood doping or just fitness doping. And I wonder if the Premier League per se have cracked down on specific issues and not like completely under the radar, might I add, and not allowed a lot of these teams to perform the way they've performed because they're no longer performing these training acts. That's not haram. But if it increases football ability and it goes under the radar and no one will find out, it's one of those. Now, again, this is just a conspiracy. I'm not making any allegations at all. That's not what I'm doing. Is it 1-0 Dortmund? Oh my God, I'm just about to see the goal. Big up Dortmund beating Man City. That's massive. I'm assuming it's this corner. But yeah, all I'm saying is it could be one of those things where... Oh my God, Aubameyang. Oh, have you missed that? I mean, I don't think Bellingham knew anything about it. The state of this refs this season as well, football rigged at this point, scripted like FIFA. Yeah, the refs have been shite. And I mean like bottom of the shit, like bottom of a toilet, skid marks. That's what these refs have been this season. That bad. I think we might see Fofana or Koulibaly come on in the next 10 minutes, by the way. He's onside. Do you know what? That is fully a Bellingham header. He fully meant that. I didn't think he meant that. He does mean that. Ball's whipped in. He makes the run. He gets his head on it. Fair fucks. Fair fucks to Bellingham for that. Jesus. Yes, Bellingham. Fair fucking play. I rate it. But yeah, anyway, that was just my allegations about... Well, not allegations. I said not allegations. That's my conspiracy about the start of this season. Because we saw it when Leeds just completely outran Chelsea. And we saw it when... But that could just be the fact that they're outrunning them. And it's just the players don't want to seem to be running. But it's like you say about Liverpool. Trent has been so good at right wing back or right back for the past 3, 4, 5 seasons now. Starts this season. Doesn't look like he can even run. He's done a full on Luke Shaw. Goes to England. He's one of the best left backs in the whole of the Euros and World Cup. Next thing you know, goes back to Man United. Shite. Thiago, just clear that, please. Clear it. Clear it. Aspilicueta, clear it. There's a guy coming. Clear it. Fuck me, almost didn't get there. Fuck me, what's going on? Just string a few passes together, please. There we go. This is where Man City goes sicko mode and score 4. Wouldn't be surprised. Also, Man City have the past 3 seasons have been shy at the start of the season and picked up form, kind of sus. Yeah. This is what I mean. I think at the start of the season, people get drug tested, so they seem sluggish. Midway through the season, they can start all these doping. even if it's legal doping, even if it's like a legal thing that the Prem doesn't even track, I think it could be an effect. And obviously, the richer the clubs, the better the equipment and shit that can go on, the better the legality you can have behind it. And say, actually, this will work. This will get you these results. It can test more. I don't know. I do think it happens, personally. But, hey. Come on, City. Score one and put a bet on. 1-1 draw like a madman. John Stones and Walker racking up lines in the top. Yeah, you banging some Mr. Trumay. Yeah, big up. Take me as I am. I know that's not a Mr. Traumatic song, it's just the one I've been listening to on repeat for fucking 2 weeks now. Oh my god, here we go. Defending. Fucking shite. What's going on? Yes, Aubameyang run. Nope, don't. Everyone go and comment on my latest video, by the way. It's not performing the good best. Politano scored against Rangers. I'd like to have seen Rangers do a bit better than they have done in the Champions League, but can't really say out, can we? Cheers, HB1. Much appreciated. I'd love it if Alba has a masterclass. See, me and James at work, we're both Chelsea fans, right? We both think that Aubameyang's going to flop heavily because, you know, he's Tuchel's transfer. I didn't like his attitude at Arsenal, and I think Arsenal getting rid of him was the best decision they've made. So the fact he's here, I can't have 100% respect for him. But at the same time, I would love it if he just drops 20 goals this season. 20, 25, 30 goals. And just shows the fact that he can just be this great player. And I actually said yesterday, was it yesterday or today at work? Might have even been Monday. I'm getting my days muddled up. I said that, could you imagine if it was like an Adebayor moment where we play Arsenal in the FA Cup, Aubameyang scores and just knee slides in front of the Arsenal fans? I'd fucking love it. Even if it's the only other goal he scores this season, I think it'd be fucking funny. Should Chelsea have gone for Ronaldo? No, I always said that was a bad transfer. In before, clips of me saying, I would like Ronaldo at the club. I think under Tuchel I'd have liked him, personally. Tuchel didn't want him, so I respected that. No. Bowley wanted Ronaldo, and Tuchel said no. So was Neymar if that actually happened. Yeah, Neymar was offered to Chelsea. I can see Neymar being here next season. This is another thing me and James said at work. I can see Neymar coming to Chelsea. I'm hopeful for it, and it's completely optimistic, don't get me wrong. But I think, what a ball that might be. Ronaldo and Neymar at Chelsea. I don't think... Oh yeah, it's 0-0 for Napoli. I don't think Ronaldo will happen. I think it's more likely Neymar will happen. Neymar seems to still be falling out with Mbappe. And I think Neymar... I was looking earlier, and Neymar is quite easily one of the most underrated players of this generation. And you might sit there and go, bro, everyone says Neymar's amazing. How is that underrated? I think he's better than amazing. Is Sterling playing good at Chelsea? Yes. I think Neymar's easily top 3 in the world. Yeah, that sounds, even to me, that sounds bonkers to say. Neymar rags his sister. Oh my. I think Reece James will be our next star man, like Lampard, not like where he plays, but just how the fans love him and his ability to just outshine everyone else. Yep, 100%. 100%. That's why I've got Reece James on the back of my shirt. There we go. Yeah, baby. Neymar inconsistent as hell. Nope. The reason I say that is because Ronaldinho was one of my favourite players growing up. Ronaldinho was unbelievable, right? The sheer flair and class and ability just outshone everyone on the pitch. right? Neymar has not only outscored and assisted him in less games, he's also played for Barcelona and PSG. He plays with just as much flair and ability, yet gets absolutely hated for it. Absolutely hated for it. Yet Neymar is arguably the closest thing we've seen to a Ronaldinho. He wasn't. FL7, he wasn't. Don't get me wrong, I think Ronaldinho is number 3 of all time in my eyes. But I don't think he was a better player. At all. I don't. Diving doesn't help him. Bro, so many players dived. Sterling dives, Salah dives. Suarez has dived. They don't get anywhere near as much hate as Neymar. Neymar wouldn't perform in any Premier League club, but he would. Undoubtedly. Suarez is up there for you. And should be one of the best Premier League strikers we've seen. Again, another player that's criminally underrated in my eyes. I think a lot of the players we're talking about at the minute will be rated a lot higher once their careers come to an end. Whereas Messi and Ronaldo have been whilst their careers have been here. And again, deservedly so. Because they've been the best players in the world. They've got the Ballon d'Ors. They've got all the plaudits. No, I think he does well at Chelsea. And I think Neymar does well at Liverpool. And the fact that he can get into a Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea side and comfortably go straight into the first 11 says everything I need to know. Iniesta top 10, easy. None of them are Jared Bowen. Fair. MSN is definitely the greatest front three of all time. I mean, it's debatable. It's hard to compare generational front threes, given the fact that the front three has changed over the past 10 years about who plays what and how the players play in their position. Oh, that was a poor choice, James. Poor choice to stop. Game slowed right down once she turned. What, Ronaldo, Bale and Benzema? Ridiculous. Juventus are terrible at the minute. Shocking manager. Have they got Pellegrini? Not Pellegrini, it's oh my god, what's his name? Do you think he can do rainbow flicks over Alessandro Lopez and co? Oh, Havertz, what are you doing? Just hit it. Don't fumble about with it. I genuinely think, like, look at this. Modric underrated. Again, these are all under. I don't think Modric is underrated because he got a Ballon d'Or, which means he was definitely rated. Here we go. This is at 20 years of old. This is at 20 years of age, yeah? 28 years of age. Okay. Ronaldinho at 28. Bearing in mind he's at Barcelona. He'd done quite a lot in football by 28. 129 goals, 94 assists. Neymar at 28. Bearing in mind he's having probably arguably one of the best seasons this season already. He's already doing bits again this season. 244 goals. Almost twice as much. And 151 assists. That's an extra 57. An extra 57 assists and an extra 115 goals more than Ronaldinho. And yet we say Ronaldinho was one of the best of all time. Yet people will still sit there and not rate Neymar. Outrageous. Outrageous in my eyes. Go on, bro, yeah, he's offside, but go on. He doesn't. Penalty. Offside. He's offside. Neymar has never really been a star man at any team he's been at, and I think Chelsea would actually ruin the Prem. Chelsea, he would actually. I think he'd. What, as in ruin it, as in dominate it. Paymart, don't care. Modric would dominate the Prem and is miles clear of Pepperoni. Not really. Not anymore. Who's better? No, Luis Diaz is better than Kulusevski. Luis Diaz is, yeah, he's got the ability. Again, Luis Diaz is another player that I rate ridiculously high. Ballon d'Or is not an argument. If it was fairly rated, Ronaldo and Messi would both have same Ballon d'Ors. True, but that's also dependent upon years as well. But the fact that Modric beat both of them to it one year, that just proves that he was definitely rated. And Modric has always been rated. He is. Modric has always... I think there's no, like... it is not just underrated and overrated. There is a middle ground of rated. Modric has been exactly where he should be. For me, Neymar hasn't. He just steps into that underrated bit. Luis Diaz is unbelievable when he picks up the ball and has the heart of the Prem. He does. That was a perfect tackle. Thiago Silva's unrivalled. Hear me out. Thiago Silva, top 3 centre-backs of all time. Top 5. I'll go top 5. In the top 5. How can someone with Neymar's strength dominate the Premier League? Sterling, Luis Diaz, Salah. Done. Easy. That's not even an argument. Thiago Silva says 5 more minutes. Oh, Kovacic. This is why we need Kovacic, man. Oh, what the fuck's happening now? Man down. G5 is a mad one. Yeah, Ramos up there, easy. Yep. Of this generation, anyway, I think we need to stop. We need to stop comparing generational players. Don't even know how it's a debate. Ramos prime, miles clear of Virgil van Dijk prime. Yeah. I'll agree. People that say Virgil van Dijk's better than Ramos, no. Revisit that when Vidic, Ferdinand, Terry, Stam, Silva. When you're really deep, it's hard to pick 5 centre backs in it. I'm going to go with Thiago. My era. I'm going to go my era because it's who I've grown up on and known. Anyone before that, I wouldn't have known, so I can't make an informed opinion. I'm going with Vidic, Ferdinand, Terry, Silva, Ramos. Now that does rule out Chiellini, Bonucci, and Barzagli, but I think them 2 or them 3 were incredible and up there, but only when they were together, and they were always together. We never saw them on their own, and they all played in the Italian league, which, as we already know, is a very slow league. They often got exploited in the Champions League. It's not like a Nesta and Maldini. They were unreal, but they were before that. That was a previous generation in my eyes. Sunderland 3-0 up. My acca's actually in the mud. Going to cancel my betting career. Should be betting, lad. Should be betting. Lovren and Skirtle, the greatest centre-back partnership. Thought I was talking only Prem. No, I was talking all. But that's when it's hard with other leagues because there's 5 leagues. Do you pick the best one from each league for your top 5? You can't. Pepe and Nacho is underrated. I don't think Nacho was underrated. I never thought he was that great at all, to be fair. But Pepe, yes. I will say he fought for the team. He did. He was a proper enforcer. But I won't put him in near my top 5. Man City just can't shoot. They're just not shooting. Yeah. Puyol, oh mate. Yeah, but I am, as much as I did grow up on Puyol and PK, to be fair, PK's got to be up there. PK has done everything. I mean, he's done Shakira, and that deserves at least a little push up the market, you know what I mean? Okay, Puyol. Ramos and Pepe were amazing, better than Chiellini and Barzagli. Yep. See, it's hard. The minute you start going multiple leagues, okay, I'll just do Prem then. That gets rid of Ramos. John Terry, Ferdinand Vidic, Thiago Silva, John Terry. Who am I missing from major clubs? Carragher. I can't put Carragher up there, can I? FL7. Fair play. If he plays that, but I don't think he was ever world class. See how Messi isn't there. Yeah, but Company, I'm defo whacking Company in. I'm so sorry I missed that. Company. Yeah, Company goes in. Incredible. Centre back and captain. Don't score now. Thank you. Centre back him out. It's tough. Life's tough. So who's that? It's Terry, Ferdinand Vidic, Silver and Company. That's what I'll do for Prem. SCN and John Obi Mikel. I think John Obi Mikel. See, Rob Desai, I'm classing as a little bit like pre-generational. Like before my time. No love for Vinnie Jones. I'm not putting them in. They're like a generation beforehand. Yes, obviously they may. A lot of them will overlap. Oh, fucking hell! Kovacic almost got there. Bro, you almost got there. Loftus-Cheek did get there. Bro, you're still there. Into Sterling. Into Kovacic. Go on. Oh, this is filth, and it didn't work. Yeah. So, yeah, they might overlap, but at the same time, I think it's a different generation of player. Top 5 midfielders in the Prem. How about that? Centre midfielders, that is. Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Yaya Toure, and De Bruyne. But then I've missed out Cesc Fabregas there. And that feels horrendous. I'm going to take out De Bruyne because he's still playing. Even though he deserves to be there undoubtedly, I'm going to take him out just on a complication and a technicality. And put in Cesc Fabregas instead of De Bruyne. Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, De Bruyne, Toure. You said exactly the same as me, mate. Are you copying me? Oh no. Oh my god, David Silva. I forgot David Silva. We've just conceded. Liz Truss, class midfield when she was kicking about. Liz Truss, me daddy. Who gets the yellow card now? Oh, Kovacic gets the yellow. It's because you've got David Silva. It is. It is up there. I'm going to say no. Because I don't think he had his best years in the Premier League. I think Ozil's best years was undoubtedly at Real Madrid. So I'd class him as top 5 in La Liga per se. I don't think we ever saw his best years at Arsenal. We might have seen a best game or two. Fuck me. Mendy would have saved that. Where's the Kepa police at now? Is it his feet? I'm not blaming Kepa, by the way. I'm just being sarcastic. I'm probs off to sleep. COVID hitting hard. No worry, bro. Just you get better. Pen! It's a pen! That's not a free kick. Is it on the edge of the box? Oh, it's not on the edge of the box. No way. VAR's going to review it. It's edge of the box. Edge of the box. Sorry, lad. Chelsea's on. Yeah, it's edge of the box. Penref! Yeah, it's fully a free kick. It's not a pen. If we get a pen, we're lucky. Dortmund dominating Man City right now. Premier League clubs in the mud in Europe. Asp is finished by far the most annoying player at Chelsea. No, oh, you've got the name of cunt, and you are the weakest link. No, you are the weakest cunt. Goodbye. Oh, has he missed that? Chavez. Hi, Mr. Matt. How on earth is that not on target? How have you missed the target from a finesse shot? Rumi says, what a goal. Who? Man City or Dortmund? Don't say Chelsea. Please say Chelsea. John Stones. Here we go. I'm watching 2 bloody games. I'm expecting a goal. I'm wanting a goal. Pick up Johnson Stones, my lad. Fucking Johnson Rock now. He's not Stones anymore. He's a rock. That was a rocket. Fucking hell. Reece James, stop it. This is filth. De Bruyne with another assist somehow. That is a fucking thunder cunt, that is. He's just twatted it and it's gone in. Look at that. You can't have caught it any sweeter. Goalkeeper just let it go though. Goalkeeper's a YouTube goalkeeper, isn't he? Do you know when they like make it look like they've tried to save it, but then it actually goes in and it makes it look like a better goal? And actually they never wanted to save it. That's what's happened. Oh. Thank God Ronaldo left dead Juve. Yep. Turns out Ronaldo actually carried. Mental. Do you still make TikTok ASMR? Yeah, go follow it, lad. I put another one out earlier. And it's got like no views, so please go and view it. Please, please, please go and view it now. See, look at this. Loftus-Cheek's come back on. We've done shite. We need a defensive sub just to shore up that defence and then allow our players to get forward without feeling like we're going to concede again. We were so much more creative when Loftus-Cheek wasn't in the midfield. Still don't know why we've got him. I'm not a fan at all. Give us a game of FIFA 22 when it comes out, darling. Nope. Oh, I said it was going to be 2-1 Chelsea, by the way. That was my prediction this morning. Gallagher's come on for Kovacic, which I'm not happy about because the Kovacic has been playing very well. Ziyech comes on for Azpilicueta. What? What are we doing? What? Who's playing where? Reece James has gone to centre-back, right centre-back, which is never good. We've gone 3 at the back. Well, we've stayed 3 at the back. Reece James right centre-back, Thiago Silva in the middle, Cucurella left centre-back. So basically, 1 centre-back, 2 wing-backs but that are playing centre-back. You've got wingers that are playing wing-back. You've got midfielders that are playing midfield and strikers that are playing on the wing. And then a centre-forward that hasn't scored a goal for Chelsea yet, playing striker. Great. Remy, who? Man City or Chelsea? Are we talking Cancelo's cross? Into Haaland. A Trivela outside the boot cross to an acrobatic back heel. I've creamed. What? What? Haaland is inevitable. Play him. That is a poor pass. That's a pass to try. Ball in. Oh, have you missed the edge? How have you missed? You're on the goal line. Gonna rip my hair out. That was an outside the boot cross to what is an acrobatic back heel. I didn't lie in any of that statement. Haaland has just scored goal of the year against Dortmund. Wait, did he celebrate? I didn't see whether he celebrated. I've just clocked. That is fucking unreal. Oh, that's poor Ziyech. That's fucking horrific. You've played a pass and it's shit. Haaland's a cheat code. The guy's a joke. Yeah, he's a joke, yeah. Who commented earlier saying they've gone 1-0 down, but now they're going to win like 2-1 or 4-1, whatever you said? Pulisic. Oh, the American LeBron James comes on. Big up LeBron James. You, sadly. Yeah. Unreal. God, he didn't celebrate good. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think he would. It shows that he has got some form of humility. And he's not just the biggest robot going. But my fucking God, that was a finish, wasn't it? I'm actually fuming because Thiago Silva's probably about broke his ankle with that tackle. I can't believe Chelsea haven't won this match. Like, we've got to give him time. Give him time. The thing is, I like the way we've played and we've created plenty of chances. It's just not worked. Oh, beautiful. What is that? It's not even in space. Rangers, undoubtedly. I'm not even saying the other word. Kuntik. Haaland's dad will get the badge in. Get the badge in, lad. Get the badge in. Have Napoli scored? I think at the minute Chelsea are really just trying to force it, and we've reverted that back. We've reverted back to just pure panic and not finishing a game off, and then panicking and just, like I said, trying to force it. Oh, Ziyech. There was no conviction in the way that you tried to score that. It was a good save. It was a good save, to be fair. Keeper did well, but no conviction at all. What's it? Right, play it. Oh, what is that? They're all playing it to no one. Play it to feet. There you are, Gallagher. Clean up that mess. Chelsea need to press higher and be more... We do. We need to be more clinical. We need to be more aggressive. Oh, Karim Adeyemi's come on. We need to be more convicted, I think is the word I'm going to choose. Ziyech needs to go to AC Milan. He should have gone AC Milan. I don't think I've ever seen Ziyech do anything with conviction. It always seems like it has to be a deft touch or a deft pass or a little flick and a little, I don't know, nod it. It's never a, I'm going to go and score here. And I think that's a lot of what our attack's missing, is someone that just has the ability to go, you know what, I'm going to pick up a ball, I'm going to score. Yeah, that's confirmation of Napoli's 2-0. He waited this time to put it up on screen. Oh, ball in C, how are you not there? How are you not there? I'm frustrated because we've played so well and we've created so many, and it's just pure Graham Potter all over the place. Like I've told you, we are going to create a lot of opportunities under Potter. We just need people that are going to score goals. I hate to say this, right, and I really, really hate to say this, but I think Werner gets a goal or two in a game like this. Doesn't he? Send him off. Madrid 2-0, well done. Jesus, who are they playing? Have you seen Kvara from Napoli? Yes, bro, he's unreal. Tackle. Go on, Holland. Go on. Get an assist as well. They're playing Leipzig. Oh, fair play. Four minutes at a time. Come on. The fact that we haven't put Koulibaly or Fofana on concerns me. But at the same time, at least I'm happy that Potter will throw players on to try and win a match. Do you know what I mean? By the way, if Chelsea score at any point in injury time, it ain't going to happen. But if they do, don't tell me. Please don't tell me. I'll cry. Calvin Phillips? Come on. Fuck me. Fucking hell. Get players that can take a corner, please. That was horrific. Fallen to fucking nobody. Again, he's putting a cross that doesn't get past the first man. Napoli 3. Fuck me. As Kvara just scored. I think Potter will do great at Chelsea, but man, I miss Tuchel. Yep. I'm in the same boat. Potter will do great. And Ndombele scored. Fuck me, I forgot he even existed. I didn't think he'd even play. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Loftus-Cheek made a run. What are you doing? Sin in. How have you hit it? I mean, I know I've hit it over. Doesn't drop nicely for him. It's on like a volley. Like, I mean, it does fall nicely. He's absolutely snatched it, hasn't he? Keep it. This is what I mean. This is why Bro shouldn't have been us. He shouldn't have been our striker. We should have sent him back out on loan. Pet booked. Fuck me. Ziyech, yet again, not a single ounce of conviction in his shot. Could have taken a touch, could have let it run. Whatever. Oh, it was after the match. Pep got booked after the match. Oh no, I've just seen him hug the ref. That's class. Oh, that's class. Julian Brandt. Get there, James. Get there, James. Play him in. Oh, what's this? You're not doing out. Why are they not passing to Loftus-Cheek then? That was a perfect... Oh, I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. Go on. Jorginho's not doing fuck all. Look at him. You knobhead. What are you doing? Right, game over. 1-0. What is that for a result? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. See, we're missing that player that will win us a game. I think Neymar would do it for us. I do. I really do. Take me as I am. Watch me as I go. What's Facebook, Twitter, what are football Twitter saying? Yeah, football Twitter ain't liking it. Wait, Juve just lost. Who are they playing? Yeah, I saw improvements in that game. I said that throughout the game. There was definite improvements. They lost to Benfica. Fuck me. Yeah, Messi just needed an adaptation time. I said that. Not Messi, I wanted PSG. How did that end up? 3-1. Messi, Mbappe and Neymar getting on the score sheet. So watch me as I go. So far this season, Neymar has 10 goals and 7 assists in 9 games. And you're telling me you don't think he's one of the best in the world? Unreal. And he's only valued at 60 million. Lionel Messi. Stats for the current season. 9 games, 4 goals, 7 assists, and he's valued at 45 million. I'd like Mauve. His stats were, yeah. What's it for Neymar? 17? 16? Why is my thing not going back? Frozen. I think we will get Neymar. I think we'll get him in January. To be fair, I think we're likely to see him in January or at minimum end of next season. I think he might come Chelsea as well. Yes, 17. Oh, that doesn't include tonight's game either. So it's 10 appearances, 11 goals. I'm assuming he might have got an assist this afternoon. Let's go to Twitter. So in 10 games. Let's go to PSG. PSG live. You have beautiful eyes, thank you, I appreciate it. Neymar, 1 goal, no assist, cool. So that makes... Here we go, no, forward. Neymar stats, that's 10 games, 11 goals, 7 assists. So that's 18 goals and assists in 10 games. By the way, in 712 minutes of football. Because them 7 games doesn't mean he's played all minutes. What's 532 divided by 90? So at the 7 appearances he's made in Liga, and he's actually only played a total of 5.9 games. Which means egg in French. Right, anyway, I'm going to get going because it's getting late and I need to go to bed. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye. I keep searching.